tonight with developing news, a huge shakeup at the Pentagon. President Trump has fired the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and that happened just hours after General C.Q. Brown was visiting with troops here in the borderland. Now, Harrison Parker brings us more. Harry, can you walk us through exactly what happened and what this means?
Well, sure, Vanya. General Charles Brown was in the borderland today at first as in his job as chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff to inspect the military's efforts to cooperate with the president's border security efforts. But by the end of the day, General Brown himself had been fired by the president. We found out via Truth Social.
I thought it was important for me to come out and particularly with the focus over the course of the past month with the executive orders coming out from the administration and our focus on the southwest border.
The nation's highest-ranking military officer, General Charles Brown, chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, was in Santa Teresa today. He was here to evaluate the military's role in supporting U.S. Customs and Border Protection and amid a buildup of 9,200 troops in the area. Just hours after his stop in the borderland, he was fired by President Trump. On social media, Trump said, quote, "I want to thank General Charles C.Q. Brown for his over 40 years of service to our country, including as our current chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff. He is a fine gentleman and an outstanding leader, and I wish a great future for him and his family." Chairman Brown is an Air Force general who was appointed by President Biden and took the role in October of 2023. Brown supporters described him as a respected officer, but he also became a target of those who want to rid the military of leaders who support diversity and equity in the ranks. Prior to becoming Defense Secretary, Pete Hegseth set his sights on Brown.
How would they correct it? Well, first of all, you got to fire. You got to fire the chairman of the Joint Chiefs, and you got to fire this. I mean, obviously, you're going to bring in a new Secretary of Defense.
In an appearance on the Sean Ryan Show in November of last year, Hegseth says the culture in the military is undermined by woke DEI initiatives and called for changes.
Is that you've got top-down political generals who've gained rank by playing by all the wrong rules. They want a new first here and a new first there, and can we get the first trans this or whatever, that just nonsense.
Trump also said he's nominating retired Air Force Lieutenant General, Dan Kane to be the replacement for General Brown. It's also announced that the Defense Secretary fired the Chief of the Navy. So a big shakeup at the Pentagon today.
Thank you, Harrison.